5 days to go for the odd-even plan to be implemented on the streets of Delhi. So two-wheelers are exempt, women drivers are exempt. There are also VVIPs who are exempt, and wading into this controversy, Robert Vadra has criticized the Aam Aadmi Party government in Delhi for these exemptions granted to VVIP vehicles by the Delhi government in the odd-even scheme. In his Facebook post, Congress President Sonia Gandhi's son-in-law has said that creating parallel lists of exemption is complete hypocrisy. He added that if a law is implemented in the interest of the people, all must adhere to it. Vadra's exemption comment has sparked off another political fight, with the Congress and the BJP trading barbs.
Mr. Vadra is expressing the view of the citizens of Delhi, and rightly so, when there is no operational facility available in terms of transport, in terms of metro, the last mile factor, and the connectivity is not there.
What an irony. Mr. Robert Vadra all his life took privileges for not being an ordinary citizen, and he is making a comment about exceptions. So I think it's an irony, and it raises more questions about him.
Haridas is our first caller from Coimbatore. Mr. Haridas, go on, have to say.
What happened now, the VIP is being exempted.
Yes.
Everybody start saying, I am also VIP. This what is happening in all our road tolls, all tolls. Even today, there was a stoppage at Madurai. All the buses, vehicles are stopped at the toll for about 1 hour. So everybody is suffering because of this. So when Vadra was given a special security force, the BJP has objected. Why should he? He is only Sonia Gandhi's son-in-law. Why should he give this SIT for them? They are without all these things. If that is the case, why you want here VIPs, Lion, VIP, all these things, this should be removed first.
Okay, so you're saying there should be no exemptions, no VVIPs. I also have Rajan who joins us from Chennai. Rajan, do you agree there should be no one on the exempt list? VVIP list should be pruned?
Oh,
Go ahead,
hello?
Yes.
My point is, Constitution provides equal status for gents and males and gents.
Yes.
Then how you are discriminating between lady driver and men driver? It's not against the Constitution, fundamental right.
No, but women are being exempt because of safety considerations. They may drive home late at night. They may be driving early in the morning. So women are exempt because of safety. The bigger issue that Robert Vadra is raising is about VVIPs being exempt. Should VIPs be exempt?
VIP should not be exempt at all.
Okay, many thanks. I have Raghunath who calls us from Bengaluru. Mr. Raghunath, have your say. Should VVIPs be exempt?
Very good evening, sir. It is a hypocritical Chief Minister, Mr. Arvind Kejriwal. So I don't know why VVIPs be exempted. In order to control pollution, autos have to be banned in auto rickshaw entering Delhi. Then only 50% of the pollution can be controlled, in my opinion.
Okay, I also want to bring in Anandya Banerjee of India Today, who joins us on the broadcast. Anandya, Robert Vadra has criticized this VVIP culture. He says it's hypocrisy. If there are people who are exempt, no one should be exempted because it's good for environment and it's good for everyone. The Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP hitting back saying, here's a man who's enjoyed all the privileges, who's been exempt even from airport frisking, and him raising a point like this is hypocrisy. Take us through reactions.
That's right, Gaurav. You know, the fact of the matter is, first we need to ask ourselves one question, that whether Delhiites are unhappy about this exemption. Yes, they are. But probably is Robert Vadra the right person to raise that question? Probably not. You know, the kind of tone and tenor of that Facebook post that he has mentioned over there, he posted there the word hypocrisy, the one, you know, the tenor is such that he's raising very strong pitch for abolishing a VVIP racism, if I may use that word. Now, Congress party, if they wanted to score a political point, they could have allotted any senior spokesperson to raise that matter. but probably Robert Vadra, a person who very recently was exempted from any kind of risking in any airport in India, even not being an SPG protectee, is something probably very ironical, and that's why you see kind of reaction, political reaction. Nalin Kohli there saying a person who has all his life being exempted as a VVIP is now raising a question that whether VVIPs should be exempted. So this is but natural, and probably
stay with me for a moment. We have other callers joining us on the broadcast. I have Prakrit who joins us from Rajkot. Go on, Prakrit, have your say. Or should VVIPs be exempt? And there is a long list of VVIPs when it comes to the odd even plan in Delhi.
Yeah, you are right. The VVIPs should not be exempt because there are so many VVIPs in Delhi and all they go out with their cars. How are we going to solve the pollution problem? Lastly, I would like to say that Gaurav C. Sawant, you are the most biased journalist I've ever seen. Thank you.
I also have Dr. Askab who's joining us from Saudi Arabia. Sir, go on, have your say.
Yeah, hi, thank you for the opportunity. Mr. Nalin Kohli has no business to call Robert Vadra hypocritical.
Okay.
Robert Vadra has made a point and it should be given due consideration. Secondly, leadership is by example. So starting with the Prime Minister himself, all the VIPs should be subject to the law. There should be absolutely no differentiation between the common man and the VIPs.
Okay, and that is something that Delhi Chief Minister himself is following. Now, he says he will also be a part of a carpool. His officials, his ministers will all be a part of carpool. Ravi joins us from Kolkata. Go on, Ravi, have your say.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, Ravi. Go on.
This is, as it is for Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, what he has taken the decision. But it is very difficult. All the political parties, they should come together because, together only we can bring down the pollution level. Just criticizing each other will not help the local people or the human being. It is foolishness criticizing one another. Instead, all come together, as how the Chief Justice said,
yes.
It's a very good cause. People should stop criticizing, start working. That is important.
That's a very important point you're making. We also have Mr. N. Sundar who joins us from Chennai. Go on, sir. Have your say.
Oh, good evening.
Good evening.
I want to say this. To control the pollution, you should have some 3 days. You should not allow the cars and this thing. You should see that the public transport is being, and everybody should travel by that. There should be no VIP and VVIP and those things. There should be some sort of security who are being more secure and have to be given a thing. And it should be something free at least for 1 or 2 days. They should scrap the thing at least on Sunday and Saturday. People should not move out. The cars should be banned. As in the case of somewhere part of the Singapore and all, where all the cars are weekend cars and these things are there. So those should be limited if you want to control the pollution.
Oh, absolutely. It has to be a people's effort. People need to come forward. They need to come together to make sure a plan like this could succeed, because it's after all in everyone's interest to have better environment, but the government also needs to ensure that public transport improves. Public transport, can it take the burden of about 35 lakh odd vehicles being off the road every day, and those many number of people relying either on carpool or the public transport? I also have Mr. Bhushan who joins us from Hyderabad. Go on, sir. What would you like to say about VVIPs? Should they be exempted? Should they not? What should happen?
Sir, some exemptions are required, sir.
Okay.
In this regard, we cannot enforce totally this odd-even formula. But nonetheless, this is a very good scheme, sir. This is a plan by the government.
Yes.
And it will definitely reduce the pollution, sir. If all abide by this policy, in spite of the exemptions, sir, they can come forward like the Supreme Court Chief Justice has assured the government that I will encourage this pollution control measure. Earlier also this...
You're spot on. You're spot on there, sir. The Chief Justice saying people need to come forward to make sure it can be successful. I have James who's calling us from Mumbai and Shivam from Chennai. James, please go first.
You see, the main issue here is this rule has been enforced without doing anything about improving the public transport. I think the Delhi government should have first improved the public transport system in Delhi.
Yes.
And then automatically the people will stop using four-wheelers. Now nothing has been done, it has just been forced. Now second, I was also reading in the newspapers that with this imposition of this odd-even formula and only for four-wheelers with a huge list of exemption, the reduction in the pollution level is going to be 1%. So I think this so much of hue and crying is being made, but hardly there is going to be any impact.
Okay.
So I think the government should do first put the acts together and improve the public transport system.
Spot on there. Shivam from Chennai, should VVIPs be exempt or should all contribute for a cleaner environment?
Although this is a very good move by government, Delhi government.
Yes.
There should not be any VIP exemption. Okay, you give the exemption for the VIP, no problem. But some of the things we cannot stop that the Prime Minister or Chief Justice and all.
Correct.
But they have to take the initiative on themselves. If they under the, just like Kejriwal, that they do some salt pouring, it is good. And one more suggestion to Delhi government from my side is, don't harass people in the main road. Keep check in the gullies, small gullies, where the near resident area they can find the people. Main road.
Mr. Shivam, many thanks for joining me. Anandya Banerjee, keep tracking that story. I will come back to you for more. Up next, we shift focus to another big story. Is this the return of Jungle Raj?